Hi, I'm Reese, a designer with The Quilted Cow, and today I'm going to show you how to make the helpful Heifer Hendrix Half Hexie pillow. But first, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, Rulers, Mats, and Cutters, and the beautiful Wilmington prints. Let's get started.
Quiet on set, we are rolling.
Today I'll show you how to make the helpful Heifer Hendrix Half Hexie pillow. You can check out kits for this on our website at thequiltedcow.com, and patterns come with all the fabrics to sit and sew. So let's get started. First, I'm going to cut all my fabrics out to size, and this is my center piece. So I'm just going to set that aside for now, and we're going to work on our half hexies. So you're going to want to get this template. It's the exclusive Quilted Cow Charming Half Hexies. You will get 2 of these half hexie charms out of 1 charm square. So that's really exciting. But I'm going to show you how to cut it. If you have a mat that rotates, that's best to use. That way you don't have to move your template. We're just going to cut around all the sides. And then for your next one, you would just rotate your template and cut the exact same way. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. And once you get all your half hexies cut out, you can lay them out however you would like. Whatever prints looks the best. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my half hexies out like that. And then I'm going to put this one right sides together, lining up my points. As you can see here, there is a little bit of extra fabric that is left over. That's fine. You want that little bit left over. And then I'm just going to pin these in place. And then using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I am going to stitch right down that side. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now that I have these 2 stitched together, I'm going to press it open. Give that a nice good press. And then I'm going to attach the next one, doing the exact same thing, right sides together, like that, making sure my points line up. And then using, again, a 1/4 inch seam allowance, we're going to stitch down the side. Let's do that. Okay, now that I have my 3 half hexies stitched together, I'm going to once again press the half hexie, and I want to make sure that I am pressing in the same direction as I did. Okay, now that I have shown you how to stitch your half hexies together, you will want to make 2 rows of 5 half hexies and 2 rows of 7 half hexies. And once you get your rows sewn together, we're going to put the 5 half hexagons on each side of the center square. And with this square, you can either use yardage like I have, or if you have a panel square that will fit to the size from the pattern, you can do that as well. So I'm going to find center on my square. I've already got this one pinned, but you'll want to fold it in half and then just put a pin right in the center of that fold. And let's go ahead and do that for the other side. And now I'm going to find the center. As you can see on this one, I've already put a pin in it, but we'll do the same thing, folding in half and just put that pin right where the fold is. And on my edges, I'm going to want the short end of the half hexie center right in the center, not the long edge, on both sides. And then I'm going to pin and use a 1/4 inch seam allowance to sew those on. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that I have attached my side half hexies to my center. I'm going to press those toward the center piece. And now I'm going to line up my ruler with the center piece and just trim off the extra piece of those hexies. So we get a straight line. And we'll do the same for the other side. Okay, and now let's attach our top and bottom rows. So again, we're just going to find center on our center piece. And with our row of hexies, we'll do the exact same thing. Finding center. And I like to put my pin on the long side of the center hexie for the top and bottom, because unlike the sides, we put the short ends, but for the top and the bottom, you will be lining up the long piece. So we'll lay that right sides together, your long side of the center half hexie in the middle, lining that up. And just like before, I'm going to pin in place both of those and then take it to the machine using 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's do that. Okay, now that we have our pillow top stitched together with all of our half hexies, we're going to add our borders. And we're going to repeat kind of what we did before, stitching the side borders on first, laying them right sides together, stitching them in place, and then using 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitching both of those borders on each side. Let's go ahead and do that. Now that I have my borders stitched on each side, I'm going to go ahead and press those open. And I will press toward the border and away from the center. So it's opposite from what we did earlier with our half hexies. Just pressing away from the center. And now we're going to repeat the process with the top and bottom borders. Let's go ahead and lay those right sides together. And stitch those in place. Once again, using 1/4 inch seam allowance, I will stitch the top and bottom borders on. So let's go ahead and do that. And there you have your Hendrix half hexie pillow. At this point, you would want to quilt your pillow top, and you can do that by layering your muslin, cotton batting, and then your pillow top right sides up. I won't be doing that today, but I will show you how to attach your backing pieces. You're going to take your backing pieces, cut them to size, fold them in half, and then stitch 1/4 inch away from the folded edge. I've already done that just to save time. Once you have both backing pieces done, we're going to lay your pillow top right sides up, and the folded edge will be in the center. I want to do that to the other side. My folded piece is in the center, lining up all my raw edges. Then I'm going to make sure everything is lined up. Pin everything in place all the way around each side, and then stitch around all 4 sides using 1/4 inch seam allowance. After you do that, you can do a zigzag stitch along the edges as well to keep it from fraying if you like. That is an option. I do prefer to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pin all this down and take it to the machine. Let's go ahead and do that. Now that I have attached my backing, let's go ahead and flip this right sides out. You can also trim the corners of your pillow. That way they lay nicely inside so they're not as bulky. I didn't do it on this one, but it is an option. And use your finger to just press each corner out nicely. Just lay that out. And there you have it, the Hendrix Half Hexie pillow. Check out our website for the kits and patterns at thequiltedcow.com. Kits come with a pattern and all the fabrics you need to sit and sew. Remember to like and to subscribe to watch all of our videos. Thanks for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats, and Wilmington Prints for the beautiful fabrics. Thanks for watching.